Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Park Hill South, and welcome to the Southside Scoop. I'm Jake Young. Today is May 11th, and it is a Black Day. Today is a special extended broadcast dedicated to South's 6 staff members retiring this year. Throughout today's show, we will air special feature stories about each of the 6 retirees. We also asked each teacher to give a farewell quote to the student body. We will begin with Nancy Park. Mrs. Park has taught at South since 2007 and has been teaching for 40 years. She teaches all levels of Spanish, 1 through 4, and AP. She is also the sponsor of Spanish Club and Scholar Bowl. Mrs. Park's farewell quote is from the novel Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes. Where one door shuts, another opens. Zoe Dunn got an inside look at Mrs. Park's role in Scholar Bowl.
In the land of snakes and buzzers, there is one academic club that is very successful this season, Scholar Bowl.
We've done pretty well. The only team we've lost to so far this year is, well, the only 2 we've lost to so far this year are St. Joe Central and then North Kansas City. But aside from that, we've won every single game.
But what is the key to the players' success? Some say practice, others say togetherness, but everyone agrees Miss Park's coaching is certainly a part of it. Miss Park not only has been their sponsor, but also their teacher.
I've taught at Park Hill South for 11 years. I've taught a total of 40 years between Oklahoma and here, which means that, yes, I started teaching before most of your other teachers were even born.
This is Miss Park's final year at South, and the thought of leaving her students and players behind has been difficult.
It's a pretty bittersweet thought. For 40 years, my identity has been a high school Spanish teacher, and now it's going to be something different. But I am really looking forward to being able to visit my kids and grandkids.
Yet, Park Hill South will definitely leave her with something to remember.
The people, both my colleagues and the students. It's been a great experience. When we moved here from Oklahoma, where I'd lived my entire life, I had no idea that I was coming to such a great place with such great people.
Miss Park was a strong leader of the club and will be greatly missed at Park Hill South. This is Zoe Dunn for the Southside Scoop, signing off.
Paul DiStefano has taught at Park Hill South since the building opened in 1998, and he has been in the district since 1992. He teaches Algebra 2 and Trigonometry, and he coaches JV boys basketball. Mr. DiStefano gave us this farewell quote: "Everybody, sooner or later, sits down to a banquet of consequences." Earlier this semester, I caught up with Mr. DiStefano about his plans after retirement. Good morning, Park Hill South. I'm here with retiring South teacher Paul DiStefano. Mr. DiStefano, how does it feel to be in your last year at Park Hill South?
It feels really good. Really good, yeah.
So how have you seen the school and the students and the staff and all those sort of things change over the course of the last 20 years?
Oh, the biggest change by far has been technology for teachers and as well as students. You know, back in the day when we first started, you know, cell phones and the access to laptops, and even for teachers, some of the teachers might remember the old risograph where you'd do this to get copies. That's what I did the first year or two before we got to some of the other technology and so forth. So I think the biggest, I don't think kids change all that much. I think the kids from 30 years ago are the kids from today. I think just some of the influences around them is what changes.
And our final question, what are you most looking forward to about retirement?
if you realize, you know, school is run by a set of bells, and my whole life has been about bells, regimented, be here at a specific time or there at a specific time, and I'm just looking maybe some flexibility in my schedule where I can do some things different whenever I want to. So I'm looking forward to the next chapter.
All right, thank you, and good luck. Dr. Craig Miller has taught at South since 2008 and has been teaching for over 30 years. He teaches symphonic, campus, and marching bands and has served as director of bands for Park Hill South. Dr. Miller's farewell quote reads, "Allow time for music to happen." Gavin Chiarte has more on Dr. Miller.
The Park Hill South Symphonic Band is home to very many talented musicians, and it's all thanks to Dr. Miller, who will soon be retiring at the end of the school year.
This year I have made the decision to go ahead and retire. I have taught 30 years, and this is my 10th year in Park Hill School District.
After spending 10 years as a teacher here in the Park Hill School District and other school districts like Blue Valley, he's never going to forget the best moments.
I've had an amazing journey here at Park Hill South with marching band and symphonic band. I've really enjoyed all my students and all my classes. Some of the highlights that we've had, we went to New York City and played in Carnegie Hall. I did that twice, and both times were just amazing experiences. We went to London. We've gone several places, Chicago and St. Louis, and I've enjoyed all those trips that we went with students and parents. At the same time, probably the most rewarding have been watching students succeed here at Park Hill South in concerts, and we've had 10 years of first division ratings at state contest, and it's been a great musical experience.
As the students have been with Dr. Miller from 7th grade to 12th grade, they too will never forget what a wonderful band teacher he is.
I'm probably going to miss his attitude, because his attitude is really positive, and that has an effect on everyone. And some of the things that people miss and don't really think about is just how much another person's outlook on something can affect you. And his positive outlook in class, you know, that's something that I'm probably going to miss just as a person that affects my life.
So next time when you see Dr. Miller, wish him luck for a bright new journey when he retires from Park Hill South. His passion will lead him to new opportunities in the future. Signing off for the Southside Scoop, I'm Gavin Chiarte reporting.
Phyllis Shannon has taught at South since the building opened in 1998. She has worked for the district since 1990, a total of 28 years. She teaches all 5 levels of French and sponsors French Club. Her farewell quote is from the book Les Petits Princes by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. "One sees well only with the heart. What is essential is invisible to the eyes." Mrs. Shannon spoke with Dylan Holyfield and Valor Bowles about her retirement.
As the year comes to an end, it is that time again to say goodbye to some of our beloved teachers.
I have been the French teacher at Park Hill South, and to not have that identity anymore will be difficult.
Miss Shannon, a Park Hill School District teacher for 28 years, is sadly retiring this year.
Oh, my favorite part about teaching is getting to teach foreign languages to students that I absolutely adore, and making those relationships with students. Especially these last few years, because I'm the only French teacher, and so I have students who I get to torture for 5 times if they go through AP French. So those are priceless to me, those relationships.
Throughout her years at South, she has made many friends with students and teachers alike.
I think it's going to be a little different because Miss Shannon's teaching style is very unique, like all teachers are, and having a new teacher, especially going into French 3, French 4, is going to be a little challenging because the teacher will take some getting used to.
Miss Shannon will be missed by the students and teachers of the Park Hill South family.
My favorite memories is whenever I see the aha moment in a kid, when they make a connection with something that I've taught them in French, and they'll say, "Oh, in English it's this."
Reporting for the Southside Scoop, I'm Valor Bowles, along with Dylan Holyfield.
Debbie Curry is one of 4 retirees this year to have worked at South since day one. She has worked for the district since 1996 and serves as the head librarian and media specialist. Her farewell quote comes from former President Barack Obama. "At the moment that we persuade a child, any child, to cross that threshold, that magic threshold into a library, we change their lives forever for the better. It's an enormous force for good. Stephen Kern and Trevor Hall spoke with Mrs. Curry about the transition in the library.
Whether you're a senior or a freshman, as long as you've been to school and needed help in the library, Miss Curry has always been there behind the desk to help. But sadly, that will change soon.
She's been here 20 years and she started the library. She's the one that opened it up for Park Hill South. So we're just going to miss her because she's just been a fixture here at Park Hill South the whole time, and it's not going to be the same without her.
Whenever you're looking for a book in the library, Miss Curry has always been the one there to help. Without her, the library will never be the same.
Well, and I really like this semester that we at least got the new furniture before I'm retiring. I know there's going to be tons of changes next year, but at least I get to be with it and experience it with you guys.
Miss Curry has seen it all in the library and is happy to be there for the experience. She will be missed, and we all hope for the best.
Yeah, the most thing that I'll miss about South is working with the students.
Signing off for the Southside Scoop, I'm Stephen Kern alongside Trevor Hall.
Like 3 others, Mike Nelson has taught at South since 1998. He has been in the district since 1992. Mr. Nelson teaches world history, American history, and philosophy. He is also a coach of freshman boys basketball. Instead of a quote, Mr. Nelson chose to leave us with this image. Hayden Wells and Connor Wood were on hand for Mr. Nelson's milestone 400th win as a coach.
This was not your typical freshman basketball game. The Rage Kids was out in full effect, the band provided music throughout the entire game, and there was quite a crowd with multiple alumni there to honor their former coach. We caught up with one from the graduating class of 2013.
My best memory about playing for Coach Nelson was just the meeting before every game and how he'd just fire us up and get us ready to go out on the court.
Along with alumni from years past in attendance, Coach Nelson was honored by many current students.
Went to Liberty North and I hit the game winner and he picked me up and he kind of hurt his back doing it, but it was fun. He went up to me like, hey, let's go, let's go.
Throughout the many years Coach Nelson has been here at South, a lot of things have changed. But there have been 2 constants. Him working alongside Coach Russ McDaniels and coaching freshman basketball.
We've been here, we've been freshman coaches for 15 years, and neither one of us have really looked to go do something else. We enjoy what we do, and we like being here at Park Hill South.
After achieving their 400th win on the road the night before, Coach Nelson was honored for all he's done for the school. Standing alongside his final freshman team, a speech thanking him was presented, and all of the alumni gathered for a final breakdown and a picture with their coach.
It was overwhelming, actually. I had no idea it was happening. Then I started to see the guys come in and hear the music, playing a bunch of Zeppelin songs and stuff. So I thought something was up, but it was absolutely unbelievable. I can't even begin to fathom why they would do that for me, but those guys are the best, and that's all about relationships over the years, and it's so rewarding for me to have the opportunity to work with those guys. It's just an amazing experience.
Coach Nelson will be missed not only by his fellow faculty, but also by every student he has encountered along the way. Signing off from the Southside Scoop, along with Hayden Wells, I'm Connor Wood.
That is all we have today on the Southside Scoop. Congratulations to all 6 staff members and best wishes in your retirements. Thank you all for your contributions to Park Hill South. For the Southside Scoop, I'm Jake Young. Have a great day, Park Hill South.